Okay guys, Bob here. So I'm back over here working on the Mustang. Drove it a couple of times now, and I guess about 4 times, and it gets a little too warm. It's getting about 225 degrees, especially when you sit at a stoplight. Oh my God, it gets 225 and it stays there. It won't come back down once you get going again. A couple of things. Managed to get a hold of the previous owner, and he found a receipt or something. He had the shop install a 180. I don't know if you guys can see that right here on this little brass piece here. So you see 180. It's hard to see. So it's got a 180F, 180 degree thermostat. So that's 180 degree thermostat. It shouldn't be getting to 225. It's a brand new engine. So we come to a couple of conclusions here. These Mustangs don't have a whole lot of grill opening right here, and a little bit of down in here too, which doesn't really do a whole lot of good. Even though it does have a pan, a belly pan under it. Actually, it doesn't. I thought it did. I've got the wrong car. Think about a different car. And then on top of that, so I guess the one at the bottom is useless. Not a whole lot of room for air to get in. It is blocked by this really heavy-duty tranny cooler. And the radiator is one of these high-dollar, nice aluminum cross-flows, but this fan they put on it, and it's debatable. The metal piece that the fans mount to, I guess it's designed to me, it's blocking the air. Look at all this air that can't flow through that radiator. It's got to come through these fans. I think if they'd have kicked it back another 2 inches and tapered this down, that would have helped. But that air hits that dead, and that fan's got to suck it through. I just think that's restricting flow. That's my opinion. I may be wrong, but I think I'm going to put it back together with no thermostat in it, 0, and see if it should make it run a lot cooler. To keep from having to put another fan on this thing, because that's just those are powerful fans, no doubt, but it's just only right through here. It's not a whole lot of air entering that radiator to begin with, and it's not a whole lot leaving. It can't leave through here anywhere. It really needs a shroud all the way around. It's tapered down into either the twin fans or one big fan, however you want to do it. But that's my theory. And it needs a smaller cap with an overflow bottle, so it can suck water in and out as it needs. That would help a little bit too. So I'd like to get it down to about 195 on a hot summer day. All right, I'm gonna put this thing back together with no thermostat. It goes right in there. Another thing, these radiator clamps, I think the bypass hose, you had to kind of come from the bottom. Why do that? You just come right straight through the top. And this hose here, we had to come from behind the alternator. So again, you could have come from this direction. So you just turn these radiator clamps, clock them, where they're easier to get to, guys, when you're putting these things together. Oh, and one more thing, the bolts. These bolts are pretty dirty. See all that? That can cause problems with the heat cycles and grease. It'll cause that bolt to get stuck. So I don't see any sealer around them, so I guess these bolts don't go through the water passage. Don't look like they do. But need to clean these bolts up. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to run a tap down through those holes also to clean them out. Always make sure you get your bolts. Just take a simple old scraper. Where'd my scraper go? Right here. Wire brush scraper. Just clean them up. That big deal. Ain't that hard. If you got a wire wheel, that's fine. That'll work too. All right, folks. Let me get back on it. Okay, just fired it up with no thermostat in it. None whatsoever. Checking for leaks. Engine seems quiet. That means the water is circulating immediately. I meant to bring my stethoscope, didn't do it. I hear a normal valve train in that side. a light little ticking back in the back. Very light. We just fired it up, those thermostats, so yeah, it's only reading 108, 106 degrees there. And we got about 58 pounds oil pressure. All right, I've been letting it run for about 10 minutes. I drove it around the building about 5 or 6 times. Water temperature's at 184. Oil pressure's about in park is about 50, 51. And it is a little noisy in the valve train. Just a little bit. A lot better than it was. It's a big improvement. I don't hear nothing on this side. Might be a little bit, but can definitely hear a little something happening over here. Yeah, there's something going on in the back right there, these back valves. No water leaks. I think we may adjust those valves. Still at 184, so it's not overheating now.